What is up, Broncos country? Back for joining the Broncos Bros on another Monday night. Just because it's the off season, we still got ball to talk about, and it doesn't mean we can be off, right? The pod must go on, baby. But we're gonna talk about a lot of fun things. I know Davis Webb is the new OC. Coaching changes were made, and it's a pivotal offseason for Bo Nix. So we got a lot to talk about. We got a special guest joining the bros tonight. But let's talk some ball because
Another bro.
Broncos, bro. Let's go.
Touchdowns and tackles, our spirits are high. From the mile-high cheers, we reach for the sky. Analyze instead. Every week we grind. Passions in our hearts, leave no fan behind. The heart of the game, let's make it clear. Do you even Broncos, bro? You know we here. Do you even Broncos, bro, when we hit that field? Orange and blue pride, it's our strength and our shield. Every win, every loss, we deal with the flow. Broncos bros on the mic, let the whole world know.
Let's go.
So, baby.
Giddy
That's
up,
your favorite
baby.
part of Monday, all right? Broncos Bros Monday, always going to brighten your day, all right? I know I'm in my abs gear, but we moving on, all right? We moving
Good,
on.
good. I like it. I like the swagger.
Appreciate it.
Look you fly, bro.
What's that?
I wish I had something like that, but that's all good.
Oh, I might have to send you something this year.
Yeah. So 37 days until free agency. That is not a long time at all. Giddy up, Broncos country. Lock in because the offseason is going to be cinematic. We're going to be making waves. We're going to be making storylines. You guys, it's going to be electric. I'm excited about the offseason, but let's knock out the housekeeping, and we got a special guest.
Big time bro joining us. Big time bro.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if this was your first time tuning in, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you're on X, switch on over, subscribe to YouTube. We appreciate it. We appreciate all the interaction. We will comment back to you guys immediately. And after you do that,
hey, I think we're about 80 followers from the next giveaway. So hop on over to YouTube, share it to your people. Got another giveaway going on. So
we're elevating like the Denver Broncos, baby. Onward we go. After you subscribe, check out all the shows throughout the week. Mondays and Fridays at 11 a.m. Orange and Blue Blitz. Mondays at 7 with yours truly, the Broncos Bros. Tuesdays at 7:30 with our boy Jay, Johnny, and Broncos Grunt. Nothing rhymes with Orange and Blue. And then we got that doubleheader on Wednesdays at 2:30 p.m. with Doc and JT, all things Denver sports, Mile High Symposium. And then we got Bronco Libre Anathon Wednesdays at 6 p.m. to cap us off there. And after that, we got the newest, but they're one of the greatest in the Mile High Outcast. Thursdays at 7 p.m. And then on Fridays, Viva Los Broncos. Every Friday's at 7, I believe, right? Have I got that? That logo's blocked.
Friday at 7 for our Spanish-speaking fans.
Yeah. And then on we got the breaking news, fresh squeeze type of deal that we do whenever there's breaking news. And then, this is sad that the season's over, but pre-games, get bucked, play-by-play during the game, the bucking booth. And then after the games, we got the Buck Your Feelings show. But it's the off season, so saddle up, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that drum roll because we got a special guest joining us.
Coming in. And let me tell you, this guy, it's a real guy. This guy right here.
Bring him in, baby. Let's go. Jay the Dream Weaver is here wearing number
Let's
20.
go, the
Oh, boys, bros. Oh,
Salud!
it's good to be here. So many loud noises, and they're justified on a Monday night. I love you fellas. My favorite show ever. I have a nice little tagline under my name that I'll get to here in a soapbox. Yeah, I'm sure at some point here. But I had originally typed out Broncos Bros #1 fan, but I recanted.
You have to get your jersey. You're gonna have to get the jersey.
Hey, you the man, bro. You the man. I'm gonna just have to hit this. Very nice. Nice.
Yeah.
You know, Jay, too much love. Let's shout out Jay Weaver. He is technically the founder of the Broncos Bros. He did invite Dak, found him on X, and thought he would be a great personality to have on the show. And thought the same when I got to come on and what would you say, interview. Cast myself, you know.
Y'all are coming up on your 1-year anniversary, aren't you?
June.
And he hasn't bought me yet. Imagine that. He ain't even get me anything on our anniversary together with the network.
Oh man, you better start planning, George.
What are you talking about?
Better start planning, George. It's around the corner.
No, but anyways,
plans are in.
Thank you for joining us today, bro. We kicked off the off season. And it's exciting. We got a lot to look forward to, despite the Broncos winning 14 games. It's pretty clear. I mean, even in the press conferences that after to wrap up season's end, that the Broncos aren't satisfied. They're about that action. They made the coaching changes. They fired Coach Lombardi. I think a defensive coordinator. They've made a lot of other changes throughout the staff, but they promoted today Davis Webb. And Vance Joseph gets to stay. But kind of give me your feedback. What do you feel about some of these changes that's already been made in the offseason? We're kicking it off with a bang, baby.
You want me to go?
Oh, yeah. Of course.
All right. All right.
You tell us how you feel.
This is my 2 cents. Reading the waves on the World Wide Web out there. Broncos country has been like accustomed to bitching and moaning in the offseason, right? Like we have not had a team to be proud of for quite some time. So we've been trained to look through the depth chart and look through these free agent acquisitions and coaching changes and all these potential whirlwind things that could happen to the team and say, we need bigger, we need better. Like, we're not happy. And like, boys, we were a broken ankle away from playing in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like we should take a hot second and step back and say, like the wrong or standing pat and hiring within and being proud of our guys is not the wrong answer this offseason. And we should think of that as compared to 5 years ago where we had every right to have pitchforks out. That's big, 50,000 foot view of the offseason to me, at least right now.
Yeah. What about you, bro? How do you feel, Montoya, about all these changes that we've made?
I'm just so happy Jay's on the show. Oh, yeah, it's my bro. That's my bro. Come on, man.
Good guy.
We got Jay Weaver in the house, man. I appreciate you coming on, being with us.
But, yeah, dude.
Honestly, I was surprised. I was pretty surprised by the firings that we made, but I loved it. I loved every second of it because Walter Penner, and George Payton, but most of all Walter Penner, our owners, they're playing games, man. They came in with a vision 4 years ago, and everybody said, these are just billionaires that want to own shit, right? Oh, they just want to own the world. No, these guys care. Penner's on site all day, every day. He's always there. He's looking out. And he came out in his press conference and said, we're going to do what we have to do to be aggressive, to make the changes that we know need to happen. And for Bronco fans, at least for me, boy, what a change. What a change that is. A fresh start, since Bowen, God bless his soul. Since the Bowen family left us, or at least, our owner, the rest of them, we're glad they didn't take over. I was happy that they're deciding to make the moves early and saying we're going to be aggressive. and starting from within, as Jay alluded to, bringing on Davis Webb, making him an offer such that he won't take a head coaching job or an OC job somewhere else. That's a big testament, right? That says something about his mentality. Because as an individual, what are you going to do, man? Say you got a head coaching offer, just, go coach the Las Vegas Raiders. Big money, big market, first overall pick, rebuild this franchise. And he was like, I think I'm going to stay put. So I'm happy with those decisions, and I think it's just the beginning. I think we're just off to kick the trenches, get everything ugly out the way, and we're on our way to making moves this free agency.
Yeah, I agree. I like you make a lot of good points. Well, dude, it's just so special that to enjoy the season. Yes, I was sad despite us losing. We never want to see our freaking team win, right, and get eliminated. But it was the fashion that we lost, right? We didn't have our dog there to pull us through, right? Bo Nix, our quarterback, who's been through the fire already all season, right? We wanted to see it through. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. And then you kind of got to take a look back and think about it and be like, man, I mean, because a lot of people were like, why aren't you pissed off that you lost? And I'm like, no, baby, because this ain't the freaking end. This is just the beginning. Bo Nix is only in year 2. Won 14 games in his season. In his second season, I mean, and I know it's a collective, but we hadn't done that since John Elway. We didn't even do that in the Peyton Manning era. So this is how special the Bo Sean and Bo Nix era is. I mean, altogether, Bo Sean era is special because those two, all they have done together is freaking win, baby. And we were kind of fighting with one arm tied behind our back a lot of the time because we were handcuffed. We were strapped by Russell Wilson. That shit's behind us now. It's over. Open the checkbook. It's time to lock in this offseason, Broncos country. No more holding on to draft picks or any of that. I'm excited about this offseason. So talking about the coaching changes, I know winning hides a lot of things, right? You look at a lot of deficiencies. It hides a lot of flaws, But what I would say is this: you got to kind of reflect after the season, like our ownership did, like our coaching staff did. And they're not happy with the status quo. We knew that with the operation on offense wasn't smooth by any means altogether, from the players, from a talent standpoint to a coaching standpoint, and that they made the necessary changes to take the next step to continue to be contenders, but even be better. No more none of these close games now because we learned how to do that. This is where we get the marginal victories, and you do that with coaching changes in a quarterback-driven league. You keep the continuity with your coach, with Davis Webb, keeping him in the building. That's special for Bo Nix, which is a pivotal offseason that we're going into for his development in year 3, man. Like, I'm excited about this offseason.
Oh, 100%, man. I think you hit the nail on the head, man. It's pivotal for what we can do this season. And I think I touched on it last week a little bit in the show. What do we do this year? Last season. In offseason, man, we went and made some pretty big moves that helped us tremendously, bringing in Talanoa Hufanga and Dre Greenlaw. We were able to get some acquisitions without having the ability to have money, right? We were still able to bring some great talented guys here, knowing that we were $86 million salary cap hit. And now that it's gone, like you said, that frees us up, that frees us up. So I think we should, I'll read these few comments and then we'll continue on with some special episode with Jay Weaver himself.
Boom, boom.
We love him. Bronco Rob, big shout out. Appreciate you. He said, I don't know what to do now that football is over for the Broncos. Representing it. That's what you
got to do.
Move
on to other sports, man. We got chips on the way.
Chips are on the line, baby. Chips are on the line. We're here.
We ain't talking about Lay's either.
They
may be baked though.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tim Dog, my brother, what's going on? Part of my High Outcast. Make sure you guys shout him out, follow. He's been doing some big things over there. I appreciate you showing up. He said, "What up, Jay?"
Tim Dog, man, love, dude. Can I just get quick shout out to the Outcast, dude? Between him and Metluck, they have just been throwing fire out. Amazing interviews, amazing personalities.
Yeah.
Dude, the Saturday night interview with the limo driver, man, was fantastic, dude.
That's
Like
so cool.
I just so
I
much
got to
props
fill
to
in.
them.
I got to fill in. Tim's he's sick, you know. He's real sick, so we're hoping he gets better. But dude, they're making moves, like you said. Go ahead. I
They
mean,
are, dude. Shout out to them, man. They're on fire.
That's fun. That's fun. They brought a different kind of flavor too, man. They're doing some things. Shout out to them for sure.
We got Bronco Rob. I'm concerned about Sean and his handling of Bo Nick's injury and his medical history. I don't want to see beef happen between Sean and Bo.
No. I think
that's underrated. That's an underrated factor that, you know, retaining Davis Webb is because he's the buffer. He's the middleman between those two. And gosh, according to the press conferences back and forth in the offseason already, like, we need a middleman.
Yeah, Bo Nick's coming out and dropping storylines and calling his own conference a bit, essentially. You know, that's I love it because, you know, he's an authority in his own. He's not going to let Sean bully him at all, and I think that's why Sean. We'll show some love here, Shy Vargas, our hype man. He said, "How much space will the Broncos have?" Currently, I saw it at 28 after the new adjustment for every team.
With some restructures, I think, to like maybe McGlinchey and maybe releasing Powers, we could get pretty close to 45 million. I think this offseason. There's some maneuvering that still can be done to, you know, push the pocketbook a little bigger for us to spend this offseason.
For sure.
So,
well, that's all for comments for now. Let's get into some talk. Get into some sports talk.
Let's talk some sports. So, the Nuggets game was pretty crazy. Are you guys a little like what would I say, like disappointed the way they lost to the Thunder, or how do you guys feel? Like, are we still contenders? Like, I mean, we're down Aaron Gordon. How do you guys feel, Jay? Like,
dude, I'm so optimistic. I don't take any stock in like the actual result of last night's game against OKC. We know what this team is built for. We know what this team is made of. Like, that's the nice thing about having a proven commodity. That's what we hope the Broncos to be at some point, where you already win the chip. You already know in yourself that you can do it. Now it's just make sure you're healthy and mentally ready to go for the run. And man, we had so many injuries last year and barely lost to OKC in 7 games. So, you know, if we can get healthy and focus in on that, that's the end goal. We got so much more depth than last year between people like Big Val. Tim Hardaway Jr. has been absolutely nuts. And obviously Brucey B coming back is a massive deal as well. And you know, I shout out to Jamal Murray is a different animal this year, folks. Like, the man is an all-star for a reason. I'm just so, you know, I've had that agenda for quite some time of like Jamal Murray is so underappreciated. And to think 2 summers ago when we were seeing the Olympics and him playing on Team Canada with SGA, the embarrassment that he showed that he was getting like 5 to 10 minutes a game in those games because he was playing so awful. He has come so far, and it is an embarrassment to the NBA that it's taken 9 years for that man to be an all-star. So I can't be higher on this Nuggets team going into the postseason. Like, we're all good. We're at the number 2 seed with our king out for a month. That is nuts.
That is crazy. And like, shout out to freaking Peyton Watson, because he deserves to be on the Most Improved Player of the Year award. Like, the way he's played, he's improved his 3. His defense is better. He's able to handle the ball better, you know, and bring the ball down the court. Like, that's a big thing, right? Like, that's kind of what the role that Aaron Gordon would play, right? But since he's been injured,
Yep.
Peyton Watson is filling that void now. So shout out to Peyton Watson. I think we figure a way to get him re-signed and to stay in Denver. And not a lot of people are, a lot of people are like, oh, well, I don't know, did we sign the wrong person? Why not both? I think that this front office, the way they've operated, they haven't shown me anything otherwise. That they're smart, they're capable of figuring it out, and I think they'll crunch some numbers and make it work. And Cam Johnson hasn't really been healthy. Wait till he gets back, man, and that's another player that I would like to see more of. So this Nuggets game is gonna be fun.
You're right.
Yeah,
100%. I would like to say, man, my favorite part of it is that while P-Watt was out, Jokic got to be a coach. Because he just put every chance he had, dude. We talked about it Saturday night on the interview. Dude, he got every chance he had to just drill knowledge into this kid while he's going back out on the court. Not in the office where he has to watch you do it. He has to go execute. And, dude, it's been so monumental. And my favorite part was Watson missed all the free throws were crucial. We had missed 6 and we were down by 6 at that point. But he missed his first one, and Jokic stopped in the middle, came down, talked to him, was like, gave him the rundown. And I was like, oh, he's going to make the next one. I'd put $5 million on it. And he did. He knocked it down wet. And I think that translation is just showing how coachable and well-developed P-Watt is becoming. His IQ is growing every single day because Jokic has been giving him that training. And with AG being out, he's got that opportunity to excel. And 100%. Most improved player of the year. That dude is well sought after. They will be trying to come for him.
He's getting paid. No matter who pays him, that man is getting paid.
He's going to be a baller, dude. He's going to be a baller.
I'll ask you guys this, too. Like, we're sitting, and I just updated. It looks like the standings are updated. We're 33-17. We're third in the West, which is that's pennies. We're like half game
behind. We fell to 3 because of last night.
Yeah. So, anyways, do you feel like this team needs to make a trade, or do you think that it's just all about getting healthy at the trade deadline? Because everybody's going to be trying to do something, to keep up with the Thunder. For me personally, I feel like we just get healthy. We have the dogs on our team to get it done. But what do you say, Jay? Like, do you feel like there's a
so it is a contract manipulation type of trade deadline for the Nuggets. It's not a go find talent deadline. Okay. It's, hey, if we can offload Zeke Najee's contract, free up money to go, convert Spencer Jones into an actual contract and not a two-way, as well as making sure we can lock up P-Watt. But Zeke Najee has to go. And I don't remember the rule of you can't be traded in a certain amount of time, but I don't know if Cam Johnson is. Yeah, I'm not sure if Cam Johnson is eligible to be traded, but it wouldn't necessarily floor me to see him move if he is, just because of the money that he has and us kind of shifting on to like, oh man, P-Watt's a guy I don't think we can see walk off the street, including Cam Johnson's worth. So it's free up money at the deadline is my whole thing for the Nuggets.
We would just have to match his salary, really, I think is what it says here. So we'd be fine to just trade him. But I think that'd be ideal, like if we're able to, right, to get him off the books, especially when it comes to, because that's not I don't think that's like a bad idea. I'd rather have Peyton Watson than Cam Johnson.
I would totally, absolutely. And that's not just because Cam Johnson's down right now. That's like long-term and actual top line for player.
Right. I'd rather have Peyton Watson for the long term, right? Like the long haul. That's what we want. So I didn't expect this kind of rise this season from Peyton Watson. Honestly, like I was maybe next year. I thought maybe he'd come into his own, but
I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence with that because we just traded for Cam Johnson. You went and got this kid for a reason, not just to free up your money. Of course, that was a big part of it, but you did not just get rid of one of the greatest potential scorers to play in the NBA, just not a role player. Look what he's doing as the ball handler. He wants to be the guy, putting up 38 all the time. Porter was a baller. He just couldn't play that role. Cam Johnson, I think, is going to be he's very undervalued and underrated right now because of the injuries. And it's a disservice to him, and it sucks, part of the game, right? But a lot of people are talking like that, and I'm like, dude, you haven't even seen Cam Johnson play. Because if you've seen Cam Johnson play with Brooklyn, that dude is a baller, bro. He plays such a significant role, just not even within our organization yet. But just that's his style. His style is to be a role player in the best way, where he can take you up for a pull-up. He's going to hit you in the lane. He's versatile, dude. I would not want to lose Cam. I would love to see them both stay because they don't play the same position either.
Is that the same thing? I'm just connecting dots here. Is that the same thing that we have been talking about of people wanting to release Drake Greenlaw?
That is stupid. Did you see that?
Because of his exactly, dude.
The injuries and like what could be, but like we're selling it so short. And like, man, you're totally right, George. Cam Johnson is a baller. We just haven't seen it. So like it's out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, it just sucks. It just sucks right now because you traded for this guy, and that's who we wanted to be our guy. But you traded for this guy to free up the money to bring this depth that's winning games. Like you said, we were second until last night. Or we're third. By
I take it all back. I'm an idiot. Just don't listen to me. Cam Johnson, you're a Nugget forever.
Here's the thing, though.
Hey, you have a great take. I love your thought process. Just from everything I've been watching, I watched Cam Johnson ball out because I didn't really know who he was. I had to go watch who we just traded for because I was like, did the Nuggets just sell themselves? And then we went and Tim Hardaway's been the best signing for sure.
Oh yeah, easy.
Jonas has been solid.
Sorry, I don't know what happened there. My
no, you're okay. But dude, you can't ignore the fact that Cam Johnson was getting a groove. He was finding his role. He was on the court. He wasn't making smashes. He could hit a couple shots, but he was finding his role in this offense for him to then excel, right? He just needed to know his place, and he was fine, and he got hurt.
Building that chemistry,
and I think too, like building chemistry. Jokic is still coaching him up. These guys are still coaching him up. He's just not in the game. So when he comes back, dude, it could change the evolution of our rotation because we were missing something last night.
And here's the thing, though. Like, you make a valid point, though. Like, I get, like, unloading the contract off of Michael Porter Jr., but when I look at it, it's like they didn't trust Pitt and Watson a few months ago, right? Like, before they made the trade because they didn't know what he was going to be.
Hope.
So he was optimistic play, right? So
I wouldn't even say none of us.
In Cam Johnson, and you make that trade, and then you're able to acquire all this other talent. But now that the rise of Pitt and Watson, and now everybody's looking around the room like, oh, shit, we need to get money somehow. Now, if there's a happy medium that we can keep these guys both in the locker room, hell yeah, of course. But that's going to be hard because we're pushing up against that second tax apron already.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's not going to be easy at all. And I think I would agree that I would want P-Watt in the long term. Is a kid that we brought here. We drafted him, grooming him, and his jump from year to year with just Jokic being out changed our dynamic. So I would love for him to be able to stay. I just don't want us to bail on Cam Johnson before he has a chance.
No, that's fair.
If he comes back and he's trash, okay, let's have a discussion. Let's cut your money because you can stay, but you're taking a lot less money if you can't ball,
Yeah. No, you make that's a good point, man. And I like your point. You nailed it right on the head, though, Jay. Like, this trade deadline isn't about like acquiring talent by any means. It's about getting that flexibility for the cap, right? So good. That's good points, you guys. I like that. Can we flip the scoop?
I'm going to just read the few because they were talking about what we were talking about. So Tim Dog said, good take on Cam. Absolutely agree. Hey, appreciate you, doggy. Appreciate you. Shy said, OKC Thunder might repeat. Get the heck out of here. You're supposed to be your hype man, bro.
Oh, man. No, he didn't.
If Aaron Gordon's healthy, it ain't happening.
Shy, the dunk P-Watt did on Chet is going to be us in a nutshell come May. So it's coming.
Yeah. 100%.
He was supposed to hype us up. Anyways,
we appreciate you being here, though.
yeah, we appreciate you. Should we flip the script back to Broncos?
Of
Yeah.
Back to
course.
Broncos.
Cool.
I have some questions for y'all. It's an interview. No, I'm just kidding.
Back to you.
You guys are on the hot seat. So, are you? When it comes to Vance Joseph, like, are you guys shocked that he's back in Denver? Like, it's kind of crazy because I'm going through the list of names. Like, the Denver Broncos were really kind of, I guess, waiting to see if Vance Joseph would get the job. It was kind of like there was speculation he'd get a position. He ended up not getting it, and we actually thought Jim Leonard would be the one staying and replacing him. It flipped completely, like dramatically. Like, I just feel like, I don't know, shocked me because I feel like Vance Joseph deserves a second shot. But a lot of teams are going like offense, a lot like the young offensive mind. That's kind of the way the direction they're going. So Jay, like, how do you feel about Vance being back? Are you sad? Are you, because we could have used those comp picks, or what's the thing, bro?
I think you hit the nail on the head of that. Most organizations want their head person to be offensive minded because that's where the league is, shifted towards.
Mm-hmm.
That's you match a quarterback to an offensive play caller, and that's to be a head coach. At least then if an OC is super successful, he's not going anywhere because he's your head coach. There is no promotion. So that makes it so tough for any defensive-minded coach to get a leg up on the competition. And, Vance is he's not the dominant personality that you would think of when you think of a defensive head coach. John Elway labeled him a leader of men, and I guess I just don't necessarily see it in that same light. I never did, even when he was our head coach. I think he's a nice guy, and I think a lot of people respect him. But, is he going to intimidate anyone? Like, is he going to be able to, inspire and put the man-to-man mentality that a Mike Vrabel may do? Or another type of personality on the defensive side of the ball that heads an organization. Like, he just, from a personality standpoint, just doesn't match for me for a head coach. So I'm not surprised at all. But I am a little surprised that I guess we're down on him. I guess. I mean, we're coming off of our defense being so dominant 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
I mean, we should be so happy, throwing a parade that Vance Joseph is still here.
I'll say this, like, I'm happy that he's back. I just want him to improve on making adjustments. I think even he said or something like the second half of the season is the harder part because offenses are very aware of like what your tendencies are as a defense, right? They know how to like exploit you and utilize mismatches or whatever. So like, it's going to be pivotal, like adding talent. Like, we're talking about Dre Greenlaw. That's a step back for a defense that you don't, because offenses are going to attack the middle of the field if we lose Dre Greenlaw, right? Because he's an athletic freak in that middle. So I think if we can help him, like maybe add some more talent, more beefy guys, maybe in the interior defensive line, his defense will be a little better in the second half, because maybe he can scheme up some other things, right? Get some guys maybe that are more versatile at the linebacker position and not like an Alex Singleton. Because, I mean, granted, he can attack the gaps and make the tackles, but he's getting burned on coverage. Defenses are taking advantage of him. Like, you know what I mean? So you need like maybe a Devin Bush or somebody in that position to be a good pairing with. And I see George shaking his head. Go ahead.
How dare you disrespect Alex Singleton, all right?
It's honest truth,
unbelievable. I'm Lord, ring the bells in the church. We need us a resurrection, all right?
He is a bro, too. He's the broest of bros.
Alex Singleton has nothing but lead tackles for us. And yes, he has been somewhat of a liability. But at the end of the year, this season, what did he do to save a game running down the middle of the field and breaking up a pass.
What
Big
did he
time
do
play.
to play before that, though? What did he
What?
do to the play before that to save his ass?
Hey,
How
you made
many
a mistake. He
plays did
made
you
up
see,
for it,
bro?
though. He made up for it. So that's a
But is
guy.
he
That's a
gonna
guy
do
you
that all the
cannot
time?
hate. All right? He might be white. All right. He might be not as athletic as Dre Greenlaw.
And we
but that
don't
boy
hold
can
it against
cover.
him, George.
That boy can't cover. Okay. I love me
Saying
some
if
Alex
we can
Singleton.
upgrade that particular position and pair him next to
You
Greg
want to take
Greenlaw,
Alex Singleton off the field.
because Justin Trinad was better as an inside linebacker than Alex Singleton.
Ooh, dude, there's people
coverage.
out there that agree
In
with that.
coverage,
As crazy as that is,
in coverage, I
There
still
were so
would
many
argue.
times
I
where
was
running
still
backs were
argue. He
getting
got
to the
burned
second
too. And I
level,
love
bro.
me some Trinad. I've been okay. Go ahead.
Shit on. There were guys. There were guys. Like, so you see Dre Greenlaw, the way he plays the inside linebacker position, right? He's very instinctual. He attacks. You're watching Justin Strnad and Alex Singleton, and they're waiting for the running backs to come to them. They're not attacking the running backs. They're waiting for them to get to the second level, bro. Like, what are we doing? So we need.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I need to know specifics when, because I've never seen Alex Singleton step backwards.
Do I need to have a show of clip-ups of this motherfucker fucking missing tackles?
Just look up
Missing
Kodiak.
assignments.
Dude, Kodiak has been on the soapbox of anti-Singleton for a long time. He has got video after video of like, oh my God, this guy, get him off my team right now.
This dude's a piss missile. He's amazing. But I'm not so against your take. I'm not so against your take. I would love a more all-around guy, somebody that could fill in somewhat the amount of tackles, but also not be somewhat of a liability in coverage, like a Devin Bush, like you said. But just don't disrespect Alex Singleton. That dude is the heart of this team. He is the captain. If he wasn't here and Dre Greenlaw came to replace him, guess what? We would not have.
Just because I have an S on my chest doesn't make me fucking Superman. I'm just saying, bro.
I love you. I love you, all right? I love me some Singleton, though, all right? I was upset. Okay. I'm upset. And I even said we should draft a linebacker. I'm okay with it.
We absolutely need to.
I'm okay with improving the position, but Alex Singleton is not getting off the field. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to beat him.
All right.
He's the green dot, man. He's the green dot.
He's the green dot. The Greenlaw is gonna have to prove that he can take that from him in order for somebody to replace Singleton.
This whole notion of cutting Greenlaw is such bullshit to me, bro.
Yes.
Yeah, that's nuts.
A
that is
complete
bonkers.
overhaul with Justin Strnad already being out the door, Alex Singleton being out the door, and then you're gonna cut fucking Dre Greenlaw.
Well, and Drew Sanders is made of glass.
Yeah, like
so you're gonna say that. Whatever's more breakable than glass. All right.
People are telling me that we have more priority, positions to attack it, to upgrade on the offensive side, but you're gonna also you have to do some retooling on the inside linebacker position if you do cut Greenlaw.
Yes.
So you're gonna waste a bunch of resources retooling that inside linebacker position this offseason. I don't think that's happening. It doesn't make a bit of sense to me. Go into the year, maybe draft you a guy and add you another free agent. Maybe you get out of it easier. You get a cheaper contract kind of guy, or you find like a bargain dude. Like, well, I don't think Devin Bush should be a bargain bin kind of guy. I think he'll be because he's younger. He's had a career year though. But if you structure the contract to where maybe it's like, you can get out of it easier, you don't yourself. You're able to have flexibility next season and see what you have if you draft somebody that you develop, So and then attack it next year again, like, but don't just rehaul the whole damn thing, like, because that's a weak spot in your defense.
You'd be essentially using Singleton over Greenlaw, which to me is kind of nuts.
Yeah. And then back on topic, we should not be talking about moving Greenlaw at all. We need to keep our two potential green dots. Two guys.
Like, did you not watch the Texans game?
And also help these guys that we do bring along develop, keep our depth right, because these guys are getting older.
You can do it.
Especially Singleton, right? Let them get some rest plays. I was being, a little frantic and a little emotional. He's not leaving the field, but he left the field plenty this year. He's not going to play every snap like he used to. He needs to rest so we can be healthy for 17 games and then, 3 more, hopefully, instead of 4. But to groom the next group of players, we need to keep this core in place. We need to find a way to keep this core in place, restructure where we need to. We're going to lose JFM. I think that's a guarantee.
Yeah,
That was decided long ago.
Yeah. When everybody got paid and he didn't, it was obvious. So we're going to lose plenty, but we've talked about it already. We need to just make sure we keep fortifying our front through the draft. Yeah. And if you're going to make a splash, do it on offense.
Yeah, exactly.
Do it on offense. Unless you're bringing Justin Simmons home, I don't care. He's not going home, but that's my dog.
It's sentimental.
We don't need him. I'm just saying.
It's sentimental.
He doesn't like Simmons.
No, I'm not a Simmons guy. I think that is the most overstated thing in Broncos country, man. That has nothing to do with that I don't like Justin Simmons as a person, okay? He is a banner citizen. He's a great guy, but he's not a winner.
Instead of the Woman Haters Club, this is the Justin Haters Club.
When did he have a chance?
What has he ever done?
When did he have a chance?
Did you see him block Sean?
You're going to fault him for our woes? You're going to fault Justin Simmons for the Broncos' woes.
He jumped over the pile and blocked the field goal to beat Sean Payton.
He has the most interceptions on Patrick Mahomes.
That's what I was just going to bring up, George. You're right on that.
Year after year, he's helping us almost win games, and then lo and behold, our team blows it, and it's Simmons' fault.
If we're reminiscing about older players, we cannot state that we want Justin Simmons back, but say, no, thanks, Von Miller, you're not allowed in.
I want them both. I want them both. Bring them both. I don't care. Got 2 people. No, in all reality, we don't need them. We don't need them.
We don't.
That's just a heartfelt take. And people that are like, oh, you have to get them. It's out. Yeah. We're killing it. Brandon Jones going down scared me, though.
Yeah,
dude.
We need depth there, too. We need to get the
safety
help. This goes into our next topic.
Is Skinner going to develop?
I don't know. And I would say Devon Key is a better bet, in my opinion. He's done amazing in terms of the special teams. I mean, Skinner was okay. He was in an
can tackle. Can you cover?
I don't know.
All right, too.
Hold on.
DJ showed me things this year. Go ahead.
This goes to my next segment. This goes into our next segment. What is the biggest need on this roster for the Denver Broncos, offense and defense? Give me your guys' in order of priority. I'll start with you, Jay.
Yeah.
All right. So as far as priority, I would say our top thing is to solve the running back room. That would be that's top of my list. Now I would say wide receiver, but we are fine at wide receiver unless we are adding a superstar. Well, but it's not. That's not a massive need. We have our roster's full from a wide receiver standpoint. We don't have a glaring hole. We could replace someone, but there's no hole. So I would go running back number 1. Number 2, I would probably go. I'd probably go. Safety. I would. Because Hufanga didn't get hurt last year, but the man does have an injury history. We've got very lucky in Evan Ingram and Hufanga in signing injury-ridden players that actually turned out to not get injured last year. And I'm not banking on both of them being healthy again. So it would be so I'm going running back, I'm going safety, and I'm going tight end. Boom, boom, boom.
I like it. What about you, George?
I would love to just agree with the running back. We've been talking about it. I've been on the RJ Harvey train all year. Everybody's been doubting him. Everybody's like, he's not a 3-down back. I think fair and well enough, he proved that with the touches, he can be a 3-down back. But he's not a 12 touch for 120 guy. He's a 25 touch for 140 guy. If you get him the touches, not just running, he's a threat out of the backfield, right? He led all running backs in receiving touchdowns. But we don't want one guy. Sean will never have one guy be the workhorse. It's who Sean is, and that's what the modern NFL is.
Yeah.
Besides your one-offs, right? Your Saquons, who even comes out of the game, right? They had Tank Bigsby, I think, backing them up. So if we're going to do something, we need to, like Jay said, figure out what our plan is to have a better running game. Because that is the only way we will be able to sustain a better offense. And I'll say, for our defense to be better in the second half, we have to score points. We're still not scoring points, guys. We're winning games, but we're not scoring points. We still average trash. We're not scoring 26 points a game. We're not scoring close to 30 like we used to when we were good. When we won 13 games back then, we were scoring 30 points a game, 34 points a game, something stupid, right? We're scoring like 19, 18 points a game. That's ridiculous. Maybe 20. I don't know if we broke 20.
23.6 or something.
Imagine our pass rush with a lead. Like we see the results without a lead.
And that's also skewed with 33 points in one quarter. 20 points, 20 points, 18 points in one quarter. Dude, those are skewed numbers. We are not a good offense. We're a potentially good offense, but we're very sound. We don't make a lot of mistakes, and we can get first down most of the time. So we need to figure out how to run the ball, most of all. You like I did that? Yeah. Second for me is the O-line. Something needs to happen. The O-line coach needs to go, or somebody else needs to come, or players need to get moved around. Because what I watched in that game was atrocious, and that's why we lost the game.
Even in the Chargers,
it was not the calls. It was not the play calling. It was not the weather. It was execution by our offensive line. We had plenty of 5-on-4s where two guys were in the backfield. It's freaking unacceptable. And I think people don't talk about it enough. We always forget about the O-line, but your game is one up front. If you talk to any NFL player on offense, especially running backs and quarterbacks, dude, your game is one up front. And we were solid all year. Quinn Miners got destroyed by Christian Barmore.
Are all pro.
Obliterated. Up for protector of the year, right? I didn't see that. I'm sure they didn't see that. So that's my second one. Something needs to happen. I don't know if we make a move. I don't know if somebody needs to go, or they just need to get slapped, right? I don't know if they need to get their ass kicked or something. They did. Yeah. Whack. Sean need to come in there. The O-line coach need to come in there and make them crab walk up a fucking 200-foot hill. Now.
They took a few steps back because in run block win rate, they were number 1 last season. This year, they dropped to 4.
And pass block was horrible.
And that was even with better running backs this season that we had versus last year's roster.
Well, that's my number 2. Because it only makes sense, dude. We have to address that. If you're a coach and I saw half a second of tape and I saw that,
Mark
their asses reamed because they lost that game for us. And then thirdly, it is the tight end position once again. Why are we even talking about it? I don't even know. I can't even be mad about it. I'm just complacent. I don't even care. Please help me. Somebody do something. Get a stick, bro, and I poke him. You know the meme, do something. Sean he must hate Evan Ingram. Or Evan Ingram is that porous of a blocker that he can't win the game. And I don't think he's that bad of a blocker. And maybe he's older, and maybe that's prevented him from being good at blocking, but there's no reason he shouldn't be in the game if he's
not even to make a difference. Not even so much the blocking. Damn, let's make a difference in the passing game at least.
But he doesn't even have to catch the ball. Just get him out there. Make somebody worry about him.
Yes.
I think Sean did such a disservice to us by that.
And I'm going to show you how much of a disservice he did, because the tight end position, of course, it's let me show you the target distribution.
Adam Troutman.
For wide receivers,
Kroll.
percentage of total team targets, 60.3% wide receivers targeted. And that could be on Bo going through his progressions, right? Like I know there's context with these numbers. The tight end position, 20.1% of total team targets. The remaining was 19.6% to the running backs or others, dude. That is freaking crazy. And I'm going to tell you that caps your ceiling right now because defenses know you're not going to utilize the tight end. We don't have a dynamic playmaker or we don't have any kind of utilization where defenses aren't stressing at all. There's no playmaking element. So that's why I'm really and you see me on the timeline beating the drum of Kenyon Sadiq because I feel like that would really raise the ceiling for our offense. Like if you add like somebody like that of that stature in that room, the defenses aren't going to be like, they're not going to be tipped off because you have an Evan Ingram. Okay, maybe they're going up for a pass, right? But like Kenyon Sadiq, or maybe you draft a veteran, sign a veteran like a Dallas Goedert, who's more of an inline blocker. He's more dynamic. You'll understand, like, hey, is this motherfucker going to be going off for a pass or is he blocking, right? Like, a lot of our personnel tips off the defenses of what we have. So this is why this offseason, I feel like we really need to attack that position, but also the running back position. Another point, second on my list, the running backs. Like you have too many guys that excel at one thing and aren't very dynamic, right? Other than RJ Harvey. And I mean, before J.K. Dobbins went down, who else behind? Like Jaleel, like he's like your scat back, right? Like there's only so much he can do. In Bidet. So you really need to upgrade those two. You can keep the wide receiver room even as it is, even though we fucking lead the league in drops. But it's like you at least improve those two things. Don't do shit the rest of with anything else. Work on those if that's what you want to do in the offseason, please. And it'll be better. You'll get a better product. You'll be able to sustain drives because you can run the ball better. A tight end doesn't just improve the run game. It helps with the pass game and the run game. So it's like it's a very impactful position. It really is. And then my third position, I would say wide receiver. Like we led the league in drops, man. Like what the hell are we doing? It's all on offense. My top three are on offense.
Yeah. I mean, the splashes last year were defense, your Hufanga and Greenlaw, like splash play, signings.
Yeah.
It seems like we focused in on that. And maybe it's this year's the opposite. The offense gets all the love.
Yeah. I'm down with that shit. Because I'm tired of seeing the lack of execution and efficiency on the offense, dude. It's been frustrating.
Yeah, I agree, and I think the biggest key is that I really feel like our coaching staff as a whole, even Sean, thinks that we can just keep building through the draft on our defense because we have guys that are going to be here already.
Yeah.
Well, you keep adding, you know what I mean? We have a young defense for the most part. So you just keep adding talented picks that Sean is, he's the genius. He told everybody himself, I'm better at this than anybody else. They're gonna figure out how to pick the best players and groom them on defense, and we're already so good.
Yeah.
It's time to focus on the offense. In the year that your cap finally freed up, it is time to unleash Bo Nix and the beast that is to come. We should be a juggernaut offense, dude. Like we have the potential to blow teams out. We just haven't executed, or our weapons haven't lived up to their moments. Like Cortland had the most drops on the team. Like 8. Brother.
I was gonna say, are we? Can we have a discussion about Cortland Sutton?
That was frustrating. There's so much I can do to back him, but it was that last few games of the stretch he had was awful, dude. Like the drops were, especially like if he's your go-to, and what defenses are like expecting him to like be the one why you have success, right? Like it was really before the injury of J.K. Dobbins. It was J.K. Dobbins and like that was our offense, right? And
yeah.
Maybe some other guys stepped up from time to time in the game, but like defenses knew that those were the two guys that they needed to key in on, right? Like, so we need to go ahead.
I think we need to transition our thought process, and I'm sick and tired of having the discussion online about Sutton is a number one. Like Sutton, don't disrespect him. Like he is closer to Lil Jordan Humphrey than he is Justin Jefferson. but it's true, you know, like the man is elite at 50-50 balls, red zone. I get that. But he is not a game-changing wide receiver that wins you games by himself. And I'm tired of pretending he is. I want to see him on the back half of his career here turn into a Larry Fitzgerald that was no longer effective outside. So what did they do? They brought him in to be a inline run blocking slot wide receiver.
Use that
possession guy and go develop another big time free agent or big time trade or something to generate that wide receiver room on the top end. We don't need another Jag. We need a top line guy, 1A, a dog.
And you know what, Jay, you just nailed it right on the head, bro. You just talked about how we can move Cortland inside, right? That's utilizing your players to maximizing the talent that you have on your roster. That's the kind of innovation that I want to see from Davis Webb. Like, kind of, maybe he's not calling plays, right? We don't know. It's all speculation, hearsay. But if he has some input in the offense, maybe he's in Sean's ear and being like, dude, this is how we can grow, being more innovative and maximizing this roster to the best of their abilities. Like, Cortland Sutton's a big body inside. He's a mismatch against linebackers. Why aren't you having slant routes in the, you know what I mean? And have him in the slot. Evan Ingram, you could have lined him up outside. You could have had him on the outside with Sutton on the other. Like, you know what I mean? There has to be a little more creativity with the offense. Like, Sean Payton can scheme up some shit. I give him that. But I would like to see a little more design creativity for sure.
And it's not Mike Evans. Mike Evans is not coming here to save the day. Like, that would be such a Sean move. And I
love Mike Evans, bro.
Yeah, dude, I loved him 10 years ago.
It's over. It's over. He's a baller, bro, but it's just not it.
No.
Honestly, we need like an Alec Pierce, somebody that could be savvy in the route running, that could take a top off a defense, right? Like an Alec Pierce, George Pickens, even though I got a lot of shit, but I'll take the fucking smoke. I don't give a shit. Because he'd be number one wide receiver the minute he steps in the door. He has connections with Bo, and he'll be connecting all damn day. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to tell you guys this about the cap space real quick, like before, I don't know if you have to go, Jay, but real quick. The cap space, like a lot of we'll wait for Jay. We're gonna be patient. Patiently waiting.
Oh my goodness.
You love my singing, you love to hear it. What's up, my boy?
All right,
so ladies and gentlemen, this is when I want to tell you guys, like, the cap, like when it comes to contract structuring and all this, like a lot of people will look at the annual average. And that's what I don't know if we could pay that kind of money. That's the headline that, the media or whatever wants you to see when it comes to structuring contracts. You need to look at the guaranteed money, because for organizations, they look at that as the flexibility that you have. And you know what's so nice about guarantees, like in contracts, is, especially us, it's an advantage, is because as the Denver Broncos and us having the owners as Walmart money, we're rich, one of the richest owners. You can structure contracts to where guaranteed money is signing bonuses, which is paid in cash. So if you utilize that, you can sign whoever the fuck you want on the market. Like, if you structure it like that, boom. I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen, keep your eyes on the prize when it comes to the guaranteed money, because that's a tool that the NFL, especially wealthy ownerships, utilize to their advantage against the cap. So keep that in mind. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great
point. Look at the headline. I don't know if we can pay that much. That's a little too out of my pocket, but cash money, baby.
You're so right, though. I mean, cash poor teams can't do that. That's why you never see the Raiders with splash moves. Never see Cleveland with splash moves. Same thing with Cincinnati. Like, They don't have any money. They're poor. Poor.
Right.
They're poor.
Poor. So I don't know. I just feel like if we want to get like a George Pickens, we'll figure a way out, right? Like, if the Broncos are wanting certain guys that they like, they're gonna figure a way to get them out. And they're so good at structuring contracts. We have the track history of doing.
Depending if it's a trade or, free agency, we have a lot of leverage. I think players are going to seek to come to a franchise that's on the up and coming. And
George Payton said that, yeah.
Well, now, Dak, I feel like we need to address the elephant in the room here. We've been good at contract restructure. We've been amazing at all these things with George Payton. What if we don't have George Payton?
That's a good thing, bro. Like that you just brought up. Like, you know what, bro? And I feel like that's a move because the Broncos are trying to extend him potentially. We don't know what's going behind the scenes, right? But with Minnesota opening up, that's like a connection, right? People are like, oh, well, this is this. Maybe that's George Payton a way of using leverage now to get the contract that he deserves. But you know what? He's been through it all, man. He's been through the shit. He's been through it. Pay the man. And I think the ownership will. They're not cheap asses. They're going to pony up and give this man what he needs because George Payton and Sean Payton, whether people like it to admit it or not, they're a great pairing because Payton's your scout guy. George Payton's your scout guy, right? He's been a scout. He knows how to evaluate talent. He maximized the minimal amount of draft capital that we had and got Bonito and guys like Quinn Miners in a time where we didn't have shit to really draft, right? Mm-hmm. So you need that in your room. That's a tool that nobody else really has across the league. And you pair that with Sean Payton, with maybe some trades, and all that. Like, he's that kind of guy, that's savvy at that. Like, that's a perfect marriage.
And it's worth noting George Payton was like basically the ambassador for the team to the new ownership. This was before Sean Payton, like this was a Hackett time, Hackett era. Yeah. So, man, there's no salary cap for staff and management. No. Pay the man whatever he wants, blank check. It don't matter.
Yeah. What do you want?
Okay. I don't know about a blank check, but
$250 million.
He deserves to be paid for his services. He's done a great job. Obviously, like Jay said, drafting Bonito was the best thing he could have ever did. And along with Miners, that's
Jonathan Cooper.
Guys that are literally how is Nick Bonito up for he's on the Defensive Player of the Year ballot?
Yeah.
But he's not on any of the all-pro teams.
I think he was. Yeah.
He's not. He didn't make second or first all-pro.
Man, Bill Belichick's not a first ballot Hall of Famer, and Shadur Sanders is in the Pro Bowl. Who cares about any of this shit anymore?
Like, what's going on here? Oh, that's awesome. No, dude, it should be a blast to watch what they're gonna do, and like you said, I just trust in the ownership already. I know they're gonna get it done. We're already on the right path. The trajectory is good.
Yeah.
Don't change it if it ain't broken. But also tweak some things inside that might need adjusting. You might need a new timing belt. You might need,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I will riot if we lose another team architect to a Minnesota team. After Tim Conley left the Nuggets and went to the Timberwolves, if George Payton does the same damn thing, man, oh my God, I'll be so pissed.
Bro, we're going to fly to Minnesota.
Yeah. So what's in Minnesota?
We're going to have some words.
It's about that time to do a 2-minute drill, and then we got to get out of here, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah, dang.
I got a good one for you. I got a good one for y'all. Welcome to the 2-minute drill where each of us, now that it's a trifecta, will have 40 seconds to prove our case as to who will be the first initial signing come free agency when breaking news hits. Batter up, Jay Weaver. You are our man up to take your first shot at bat, baby.
Oh, dear.
I'm going to add the timer. Hold on. I'm going to add the time. This thing is crazy. And you'll get 40 seconds. Give me the thumbs up. Look at his face. He's like,
oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Well, it's so hard. It's so hard to take the first one. Maybe not the best one, but the first one.
That's a very challenging.
You know what? Why don't you give me a best one or a first one? It's all fun.
I'll go first.
Have different ones.
I'll go first one. I'm ready.
Ready. 40 seconds.
All right, the first signing is going to be J.K. Dobbins. And that is not to say we are not going to add to the room again, whether it be another free agent, whether it be a drafted running back. But J.K. is the guy that was a top 5 running back when healthy. We know the injury history. That's going to happen, and that's a risk we need to take. And that's why we shouldn't return the same room as just Dobbins Harvey. But if we add another person that has a different skill set than either of them, I'm fine with Dobbins coming back, and I'm fine with, some sort of continuity in that room, because at the end of the day, he's the wily vet. Harvey's not a vet. He's only a rookie.
Nice job, dude. Nice freaking job.
It was beautiful.
That was nice. Damn. All right. All right, Montoya, let me reset your clock, boy. About that.
It's about that time.
About that time.
It's a good time.
I'm the shine. You get your game face and you give me the finger. The thumbs up, not the finger.
Not the finger.
What?
A finger.
What the hell did you want? What did he say?
Give me the finger.
All right.
Yeah.
We good. Let me tell you. I think the first signing is going to be Tyler Algier. We're going to go get the Atlanta Falcons running back. And for one simple reason, he'll be cheaper. He has less mileage on him, and he's been proven behind Bijan. And I think following, JK will remain and will 1, 2, 3 and push the rest of the guys out, and Harvey will become the 2, 3. And JK will become the 1, 2 along with Algier. Because I think it's the best pairing. It's the best option to give a healthy guy to take JK out of less games this year.
Wow.
Dang. Dude, Dak, did you just get medlocked? We will see.
He took my shit.
What the hell? I've been talking about this for so long.
But it's okay. Because you know how I do. I always have things, hidden. I got something for you right here.
Well, don't say that. Whoa.
Talking about fingers.
I'm ready.
Hidden, all right?
I'm ready. You
It's a family show.
Push the set in, hit the play button. It ain't that wild back. I'm going to take you back, though. Hit the play button. Let's go. Start the timer. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been saying for so long the Denver Broncos need to add a tight end. And they're going to do that. But they're not going to just add one. They're going to add 2. But I'm going to get back to the one that I think they signed right off the get-go. He's a free agent. I wanted him last season. Dallas Goedert is the name that signs with the Denver Broncos. The first name that comes up. Breaking news. Denver Broncos have just signed Dallas Goedert because he is an inline blocking tight end that can make a difference in the run game and the pass game. And then after that, you have your veteran, but you go draft Kenyon Sadiq, baby. You already know. It's going to be fire in Mile High.
I missed the ticker. Give me extra time, man.
Dang. So Dak, let me get this straight. You got Sadiq, Ingram, and Goddard? All three? Three-headed monster?
I'm hearing him. Ingram might be on his way out. But hey, if you did have that trio, that's disgusting. That's an upgrade of a tight end of a room, right?
We're going to roster like 5 tight ends.
But
Caleb Lohner, he's got to be on there.
Yeah, because obviously Caleb Lohner's going to pop off this season.
That would be sick, though, man. That would
be nice because he took that whole time to develop.
He got that time to develop. Maybe that's why Ingram didn't play. He was just teaching the kid.
Yeah. Tight ends coach.
Get the little early position.
Man,
anyways.
Dak, are you gonna be okay? I'm gonna have to do a mental check-in with you when Sadiq gets drafted by Kansas City.
Oh, don't put that.
Oh yeah, honestly, dude, and I would say Vanderbilt, they got a good tight end over there that can.
Yeah.
Eric Stowes or something like that.
Stowers.
Tim Dog brought that up.
I like Max Clare.
Oh, he did. I missed it. I was hitting the buttons over here. Where's he at? What do you say?
That's who.
Stowers, tight end from Vanderbilt. Shout out Tim Dog.
Yep, he's hitting
He
his
shouldn't have.
side. Good for him, man.
No, yeah, there's some good tight ends. I mean, but there's like levels from Kenyon Sadiq versus the other guys behind him. There's a big gap between. So
Because he's an Oregon guy.
Yeah, quack
because
quack.
Hey, I would say Jared
I say
Knapp
that?
is going to be better than both of them.
well, he's like in the 7th round. But here, can I say
And
this?
he's going to be better than both of them.
Can I say this? You can teach technique, right? You can teach that. You can't teach athleticism and fucking athletes. Sadiq has that, dude. Like, you look at, you want to talk about the Chiefs. Travis Kelce came in like as a athletic guy, and he refined his tools and he became a technician. You know, right off the bat after 2 years. You know, building his craft. So, I'm just saying,
I
it's
will say
about investment for the long haul.
there's something to be said about that, Dak, because like when I look at Sadiq, his body frame, he's got a lot of DK Metcalf in him. Like he just looks like a physical.
Oh, he's big.
Imagine if he gets bigger though in the NFL, because you know these guys do. God damn.
Oh, I think he's solid. I think he's solid. I just don't think we're gonna get him.
Nah, he'll be gone. He's gonna be like a top 10 pick, man. I
Bro,
think he's gonna be gone
We're,
real quick.
we're not moving into the 10, bro.
I'm pushing my chips in. I'm emptying the clip, and I'm getting if Sean Payton feels like he's the guy to complete our offense, cool. If he feels like Mekhi Lemon's the guy, cool. Like
see, there it is. Lemon, sign me up for Lemon. If we're doing that, go get go get your number one. Yeah, I'm all for that. Do it.
I already did the math too, according to the Jimmy Johnson. You saw my tweet, huh? The Jimmy Johnson thing, you would need, of course, this year's first. It's a pick swap, right? Obviously, with first up to 10. Say if he did drop to 10, then next year's first, and then you do I think it's a third or a second or something to get your wide receiver one on a cost-effective contract for a wide receiver.
Basically,
and then
3 seconds. Basically, 3 seconds. Where you're picking in the 30s.
Exactly, to get your wide
Sign me up.
32.
Sign me up.
It's chess, not checkers.
Sign me up.
Mekhi Lemon's a dog, bro. Like I would.
He is.
Forget trading for a veteran. Give me a rookie on a contract like that with that talent. Boom, ready to roll.
Yeah,
this was a fun episode, you guys.
I would love it. I would love it. I would love it.
I'm so hyped.
But we're how nice is it to be able to talk about that? We've not been able to talk about actually giving up draft picks, right? Like you're like, no, this the only one we have, bro. Don't do it, you know. And now it's like, why do we need it? Why do we need it? Why do we need it? We're gonna move up. Why do we need it next year? Because it's Super Bowl, right? Like you expect to be right back to where you were this year.
And that's what I was saying is like, don't be scared to be happy about just what we have. Like, we don't need that much. Like, we're fine. Like,
enjoy it, and realize, like, dang, we're kind of sitting nice right now. You know, we'll worry about when it gets rough. But right now, it don't look rough. You know, the foreseeable future looks young and bright. So I'm happy to say, Jay. Been a freaking pleasure, man. Love having you on, brother. You real one. Big shout out.
Love you guys, man. You guys are the shit.
I know on the
Let's go.
Oh yeah. On a Monday.
Yeah. Maybe the best night.
This was a lot of fun.
But dude, I know you gotta either make it back out to a game next season, or
for sure.
If you ever come out during anytime, let us know. We're letting you know.
I will. 100%, man. 100%. We'll see where the NBA or NHL playoffs lay. Always maybe try and pick a spot there, depending on. So I'm always down for another parade, man. Let's parade it up.
Dude, that'd be awesome. That'd be stupid awesome. But even then,
love it.
When we play Kansas City next year, I know there's potential we could be trying to plan to go out there as a group or something like that. You know what I mean?
There you go. I was at the Christmas game. That's usually like the easy game I can always go to. Super chill. I already got a guy that has a tailgate there.
Nice.
Good BBQ.
Oh yeah,
dude.
Well, yeah, we'll stay informed on that. But I think that should be the moves. We should try to do that. You know.
Yep.
We were talking about it on the Outcast. We were talking about it all. Trying to go.
There you go.
Do
Get
a
your
little
pepper spray.
thing. Then I was gonna go. So send Lenny and Sandy, all those good folk. They're all mad love at the championship. It was all a good time.
And
But
we got such awesome fans, man. We really do. Like,
Yeah, we do.
yeah, for real, everybody's so cool, man. They're just down to earth. We're all showing love.
well, you know, as me and Dak have talked about, we got some crusty crabs out on the X waves, but you know,
Yeah,
for
we
the
do.
most
We
part,
do.
for the most part, we're all pretty jolly, as we should be, man. We got good football to hash out, you know, for the off season. So
Oh,
be
yeah.
happy,
Gosh,
put a smile on.
put a smile on everybody. Come on. All right. This was a blast, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Jay, for joining us. Montoya, it was a pleasure as always, bro. Broncos.
My brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, giddy up. Like I said, this offseason is going to be cinematic. Lock in. Let's go, baby. And Steven Broncos, bro.
bro.
Mile high salute to y'all. Good night.
Do believe in Broncos, bro, when we hit that field. Orange and blue pride, it's our strength and our shield. Every win, every loss, we deal with the flow. Broncos bros on the mic, let the whole world know. So tune in tight as we break it down slow. Broncos bros forever, let the whole world know.